So, what is the importance of significant figures? So when we are getting measurements, the number that we write, we can it can tell us about the accuracy of the measurement, the accuracy and the precision of the measurement. What does that mean, accuracy and precision? In short, it tells us more about how correct or how close we are to the actual measurement, because it's not always that. Actually, most of the times when you get a measurement, there are some errors that are made. You cannot. It depends on how good the instrument you're using for measuring something, but we it's not possible, or at times it is, but most it's not possible to get the exact measurement. We do round off some numbers, depending on what we can see and the likes. So in this lesson, we're not going to learn how to be precise, but we're going to learn how to tell the number of significant figures a number has. So there are some rules that are going to help us to tell what numbers are significant in a given number, or what digits are significant in a given number. When I say a digit, I mean numbers from 0 to 9. For example, 20 has 2 digits, 2 and 0. 300 has 3 digits, 3, 0, 0. And 5 has 1 digit, which is 5. So whenever I say digit, just know that I'm referring to a single number between 0, not between, but from 0 to 9. So here are the rules for significant figures. The first is all non-zero digits in a number are significant. All non-zero digits in a number are significant. Remember, what we are learning is how to tell how many significant figures are in a given number. So all non-zero digits in a number are significant. What does this mean? So n of these 1, 2, 3 up to 9, if you find it in a number, then it is significant. Example 126. So this has 3 significant figures, 1, 2, and 6. Then we've got another number 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So this one has 6 significant figures, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, and 1. If you count them, they are 6, because all of these are non-zeros. So when we bring in zeros, that's when things get complicated, but not as complicated as it might sound. But that's where we have to be careful on how to tell which digits are significant or not. But regardless, all non-zero digits, even if they are zeros or not, are significant. So only zeros are the ones where we have to find out if it's significant or not. Zeros at times are significant and at times are not significant. And how do we tell when a zero is significant or not? So this takes us to rule number 2. All leading zeros are not significant. All leading zeros are not significant. So what's a leading zero? Leading zeros are the zeros in front of a number that is on the left side. So given this number 0.00121, all these zeros in front of these non-zero numbers are leading zeros. So 0, 0, 0 are leading zeros. So all these 3 zeros are non-significant. So the number of significant figures that this has is 121. Let me just say that again. The number of significant figures that this number has is 3. So where are those significant figures? These non-zero digits. The zeros in front of this number are all not significant. So it has 3 significant figures. So what about this number 0.0003? So this one again, all these zeros which are leading zeros are not significant, which means it only has 1 significant figure, which it has 1 significant figure, which is a 3. The third rule is trailing zeros are significant only if a decimal point is present somewhere in the number. So trailing zeros are just the opposite of leading zeros. These are zeros behind the number or on the right hand side of the number. So these zeros are significant only if the number has a decimal point somewhere. So this is what I'm from explaining the definition of trailing zeros, which are zeros at the end of a number on the right hand side. So 2000 has 3 trailing zeros. So 2000 has 3 trailing zeros, as you can see here. We have 0, 0. These are trailing zeros, zeros at the right hand side of the entire number. And how many significant figures this has is 2. Why? Because there is no point anywhere here. But if there was a point, a decimal point, then all these zeros could have been significant. So that's how these things work. So another example is 25.0. So 25.0 has how many significant figures? 3. Why? Because we have a trailing zero here and we have got a decimal point. Whenever we have a decimal point, the trailing zeros are counted to be significant regardless of where they are, as long as they are just behind a number or they are on the right hand side of the number. Another example is this 1.300. Again, this one has 4 significant figures. Why? Because it has a decimal point. And what about this one? 8100 point. So this one has 4 significant figures. Why? Because of this decimal point. If there was no decimal point here, if you remove it, then these 2 zeros become will be non-significant and will have 2 significant figures. And the last one is this 100,000. So 100,000 does no point anywhere, any visible point. We're talking about a visible decimal point. So it has no visible decimal point. Therefore, this one has 1 significant figures. But in reality, there is an invisible point here. But the fact that it has not been included, it means these zeros here are not significant. So this one has 1 significant figure. So be careful with that. The other one is 8,100. So this one has 2 significant figures, which are 8 and 1. The 2 trailing zeros are not significant because we don't have a decimal point anywhere. What about 0.00100? So this one we have to be very careful because it has a point, which makes all these trailing zeros, to be significant. But what about the leading zeros? So the leading zeros are not significant and we won't have 3 significant figures in that one. Then number 4, any zero between 2 other significant, let me just read this again. Any zero between 2 other significant digits is always significant. So if you have a zero in between significant digits, then that zero is also significant. So I've looked at 3 positions in which zeros can be. We started with leading zeros, which we said they are not significant regardless of what. Then we went to trailing zeros, where we said they can only be significant if there is a point anywhere on the number. Then the third type is zeros that are between numbers, or between non-zero numbers, or between significant digits. So these zeros are significant. So long as it is between significant digits, it is also significant. Like this has 6 significant figures. By the way, if you haven't noticed, SAF stands for significant figures. So this one has 6 significant figures. Why? Because the zeros are between significant figures, so they are also significant. This one also has 4 significant figures going by the same rule, because the zeros are between significant digits. So this is where we mark the end of this short topic. I don't know if it was short, but this is where we end this subtopic.